Nice ball. How do I zoom in though? All right, Justin working on a mark in the 4th frame. On the head pin, oh, right through. It just takes the 1-5. 2 fill for Justin. Gives it a good bid. Could it take the 2 pin? No. So Justin with his 3rd ball in the 5th frame. Takes out that 3 pin for a 10 box. Justin's at 49 after 5. Here's Rob Linehan, starting on lane 19. Rob just off the head pin to the right, hits the 3 pin, gets the 4 horsemen left with the 8 pin and 10 pin. On the head pin, hits it on the outside, takes everything but the 8. Rob all over that 8 pin for a 10 box. Just to the left of the head pin this time. Leaves 3 in the front, 2 in the back. He's going to want to split that 1-3 pocket here, see if he can send that head pin over the 4-7. Off the head pin to the right, leaves the 1-4-7. Rob tries to take 2, takes 1, with it, finishing with an 8 box. Rob on his 3rd frame here. It's 18 after 2. On the head pin, off to the right a little bit. Drops 7. Lost a split so far in lane 19. Rob through the center, see if he can get 2 at least here. Takes 1 for an 8 box. So Rob is now at 26 after 3. Up against Justin's 27 after 3. So tight match so far. Rob on the pocket. Ooh, he leaves a mess after hitting a nice head pin shot. 1, 5, 9, 10. 7, 5, 9, 10. Ooh, tries to slide over the 5, leaves the 7, 10. Lots of funky leaves so far this morning. Rob misses the 10 pin. That's 3 8 boxes in a row. So he's sitting at 34 after 4. Rob's going to want to mark before he has a seat here. Just off the head pin left, leaves the 4 horsemen right, the 7 and the 8 pin. Run down the 4 horsemen here, it might go. Off to the right. Rob looking to hit that 1-2 pocket, see if he can get anything more than that. 1-3 pocket, sorry. He picked up the 1-8 for another 8. That's 4 8 boxes in a row for Rob. So after 5, he's at 42, up against Justin Waters, 49. Justin with the only mark of the match so far in the 4th frame.
Let's hit the pocket. What?
Hit the pocket once. So Justin in the 6th frame here. He's at 49 after 5 frames. Just off the head stick, but gets a good lead coming up. Everything but the head pin. Good spare opportunity here for Justin. That wood might be a problem on the right. Have to pick it clean. He does hit the wood, but it goes. That's a spare for Justin. Looking for a better fill here. His last mark, his last spare was in the 4th frame. Fill 2 on it. The head pin hit went right through the center. Taking just the 1-5. What can he do here? On the head pin again. Still falling. Still falling. Takes everything but the 10 pin. Nice 9 fill for Justin. Another good spare opportunity here, but there is wood in the way. Right at it, and he takes the 10 pin for another spare. It's 2 in a row for Justin Waters. See if he can fill this one up just like the last one. Justin on the head pin again. Takes everything but the 7 this time. Another 9 fill. And another great spare opportunity. Could be 3 in a row. Going at the 7 pin, and he hits it dead on. That's 3 spares in a row for Justin Waters. Justin currently sitting at 97 and a ball after 8 frames. Off the head pin to the right just a little bit. Drops 5 on that spare. So Justin sitting at 102 after 8 frames. He's going to want to hit the 1-2 pocket here, see if this goes. Right there. Leaves the 7 and 8. Some wood in front. You might be able to make a 10 out of this. Shoots the wood. Takes them both for the 10. Okay. I couldn't figure out how to zoom in. Justin now at 112 after 9. Justin a little full in the 3 pin. Just takes 3. Head pin to the left. Justin's going to want to have a good out here to finish off this good game. Takes the head pin and everything but the 7. Great out by Justin Waters to finish with a 121 for the first game. All right, now Rob Linehan on lane 20. After 5 frames, he's at 42. He's going to have some work to do to catch up to Justin, who had 3 marks in a row. Rob off to the left a little bit, but gives himself a decent spare leave with the 1, 3, and 8. Some wooden back that could help. On the head pin, and it goes. Great shot by Rob Linehan.
Good shot, Rob.
All right, Rob's going to want a big fill here and keep adding to the marks to catch up to Justin's 121. Off the head pin to the right. Drops 5. Gonna have to hit the 1-2 pocket here again. And off to the left just a little bit, leaving the 1-9. Looking for a 10 box here. And off to the right for an 8. Rob now sitting at 65 after 7, up against 87 for Justin after 7. Justin also had a spare in the 8th. Great ball by Rob. Left with a split. He has the 4-7 on the left and the 10 pin, but there's a piece of wood angled nicely. If he can hit that 4 pin, I think it goes. He does. Oh, the wood didn't take out the 10 pin. Great bid by Rob. That's a 10 box. So Rob sitting at 75 after 8. Needs a couple marks. Keep this close. On the head pin. Will the 7 go? No. Good spare opportunity for Rob. Great first ball. Right at the 7 pin, and it goes. Big spare for Rob. Needed that. And the fill on the head pin. Might have been a little full. Takes down 6. So we have the 2-4-7 on the left, 10 on the right. Want to split that 2-4 and send that 2 pin over to the 10, but there is a piece of wood that could help too. Oh, hits the wooden back, doesn't take anything. Rob will probably want to take 3 here, at least. And he does. Oh, could he take the 10 pin too? No, that's a 9 box to finish. So Justin will take the first game, 121 to 100. Justin with a 21 pin lead after the first game. Justin starts off on the head pin. Doesn't get much love. And Justin plucks the 5 pin. Still 5 up. Probably want to shoot for the 3-6 pocket here. Try to send something over. Hits the 3 and starts with an 8 box. Both of these bowlers Certainly get hot in a hurry. Just on the head pin, just a little full. Again, seeing some funky leaves on lane 19. Justin has some wood on the left here you could play with. Or he could shoot for the 3-6 pocket and send something over. Playing the wood, just takes out the 4. Try to get out of here with at least a 9. All right through the center for a 6 box for Justin. So Justin's sitting at 14 after 2. So unlucky there, but we all know he can get hot in a hurry. Justin was the ACST finalist from last year. And there's a ball right in the pocket, drops everything but 1. Shooting at the A-pin with some wood in front. Does he play the wood or try to sneak it by? He goes right at the pin, and it takes it off the wall. Sure, he didn't want to cap the piece of wood, but it ended up working out. Great spare by Justin. Justin looking to fill up his spare in the 3rd frame in the 2nd game. Off the head pin to the left, and it's a half Worcester. So 2 fill on the spare. Sitting at 26 after 3. Justin had a 2 fill on a spare last game too and ended up with a 121, so anything could happen. It's a good second ball. Leaves a shot for a 10 here. Lots of wood on the deck. Probably want to split the 2 pieces of wood in the middle. And he does, takes out 2 out of the 3, just leaving the 7. So it's a 9 box. So Justin now at 35 after 4. And we'll have a timeout here to reset. Justin Waters' 5th frame of the 2nd game, sitting at 35 after 4. Justin on the pocket. That's a hammer. That's how you want to sit down. Great strike by Justin.
Knew it was coming sooner or later.
Hit the pocket perfectly. All right, now Rob Linehan starting on lane 19 for his 2nd game. Trying to break into some of that magic he's been known to have. Very active ball. Down 21 pins after the 1st game, so it has some work to do. As the 4 horsemen left, plucks the 2 pin. start with a good out here. Goes after 2 pins on the left. That's a 9 box to start. So Justin started with 2 marks in the first half of the second game. See if Rob can get something started here. On the head pin? Nope, just right. Takes out 4. See what Rob can do with this setup. Off the head pin left, just picks the 2 pin again. Again, Rob Linehan looking for a big out here. Ooh, right through the hole for a 5 box. So both bowlers in the second frame had their share of trouble. So Justin in the second frame had a 6 box and Rob here with a 5. Now in the third frame, in the pocket, but left with diamond left and the 6 and 10 pin. Rob shooting at the diamond. Oh, and he gives it a shot. What a spare by Rob. So both bowlers with a spare in the third frame. So Rob sitting at 24 in a ball, up against Justin's 26 in the third. In the pocket for Rob, 7. All right, good 7 fill by Rob. 17, so we're looking at 31 after 3 for Rob, up against Justin's 26. Rob gives it a try, plays the wood, and takes it for another spare. That's 2 in a row. Rob looking to do a little catch-up here. Big fill would go a long way. He's in the pocket again. Drops 9 on the second spare. So Rob now sitting at 50 after 4. And in the 5th frame here, he's going up against a strike by Justin. So he wants this 3rd spare in a row, but just misses left. Rob looking for the 10, and he gets it. So Rob with a big half, 60 after 5. Going up against Justin's. Justin is sitting at 45, but he has 2 balls to fill the strike.
All I have is 2 balls. So let's try to get
All right, so now Justin Waters looking to fill his strike on lane 20. Good ball. Right in the pocket, and the wood comes back and takes him all. That's a double strike for Justin. That wood had so much spin on it, taking out the last 2 pins. Justin Waters looking for 3 in a row. On the pocket again. Little too heavy. Leaves the 7-10, but great ball. Plays the 10, hoping the wood spins over. No, but that's a great 9 fill for the 2nd strike. He's at 82 after 6 now. And that's a good 10 box in the 7th frame. Justin now at 92 after 7. After a rough start to the game, Justin has certainly caught some fire here.
double strikes.
Double strikes always help. On the pocket again. Drops 9 on the first ball. Another great spare opportunity. Justin shooting at the 8-pin, and he gets it. Another spare, another mark. Justin now at 102 after 8 plus a ball. Timeout. Justin looking for another big fill here. In the pocket. Oh, he takes them all with ease. Strike on spare. Justin now at 122 plus 2 balls in the 9th. When Justin throws a ball like that, they go down like 1. For the strike, Phil. Can he double it up again? Almost. Drops 9, leaving everything but the 6. Or taking everything but the 6. Another good spare opportunity here for Justin. Right on it. Another spare. That's 3 marks in a row. So with 1 ball to throw, Justin's at 142 plus this ball. In the pocket. Can he take them all? Drops 9. Great 151 game by Justin Waters. After a tough start, he comes back and catches fire. So Rob on lane 20 at a 60 half. On the head pin to start. Leaves a check mark left. So after 2 good games, Justin Waters has 121 and 151. So Rob Linehan has some work to do, and he starts with a spare on lane 20.
Go ahead, Rob.
Rob looking for a big fill here. He's on the head pin. Got left with a split, but drops 7 for the spare fill. Probably will be shooting at the 4-7, trying to get something to send over to the 10th. 10. Oh, and he does! Almost cuts it over. Great bid by Rob. That's going to be a 9 box for Rob. So he's sitting at 86 after 7. Up against Justin's 92. Rob on the head pin. He's still falling. Probably would have preferred that one to stay up. Leaves the 2-7. Hits the 2. Just takes the 2. A little too full. And that's a nice 10 box out of Rob. So after 8, Rob's sitting at 96. Justin's at 112 in the 8th. Good head pin shot by Rob. Drop 6, has some wood in front. Certainly could help. Right at it, and it goes. Nice spare by Rob. So Rob now at 106 plus this ball. Timeout.
Really? At least you got nice little stuff.
All right, Rob looking to spill his spare in the ninth. On the head pin, takes them all. Exactly what Rob needed.
Want to chip away at total?
So Rob now sitting at 126 plus 2. Looking to fill a strike in the 10th. Did he double it up? Leaves the 4 horsemen left. See if he can spare to finish the game. Gives it a shot. It's a 9 fill.
String, Rob.
So Rob finishes with a 135 up against Justin's 151. So after 2 games, Justin Waters at 272, Rob Linehan at 235. The match lead is at 37 pins at the moment. Justin has won both games. Justin opens with a strike. See if Justin can double this one up again. Oh, off to the right a little bit. Still drops 8, leaves the 1 and 10. Justin on the head pin. Oh, doesn't take the 10. Still a good 9 fill on the strike. So starts with 19 in the first, looking for a 10 here in the second. And there it is. So Justin sitting at 29 after 2 frames. Great start. Head pin again, a little full, spread eagle. I've seen this go every once in a while, but usually best just to try to get a 10 out of it. Justin takes out the 3 on the right first. Justin right on it. Pinpoint accuracy right now for Justin Waters. Nice 10 box out of that spread eagle. Sitting at 39 after 3. On the head pin. Just a little full. Drops 7. See if that wood can be a helper. Not likely. Got the 2-pin. Oh, that's really all you can do with that, with the wood placement where it was. See if you can get 1 or 2 out of this. Justin decides not to mess with that wood. Takes out the 6 for a 9 box. So sitting at 48 after 4. Last game he had a hammer in the 5th, and then again in the 6th. Let's see if he can do that again.
Danny, who won?
On the head pin. Great pocket ball. Takes everything but the 5. And the wood gets out of the way. It's going to go in the gutter. So there's a clear shot at the 5. Even if you miss way left, I think it'll go. Justin's going right at the pin and takes it. Nice spare in the 5th. So Justin, after 5 frames, he's at 58 in a ball. Another good start. Now Rob looking to chip away at the match lead here. So on the head pin, the 10-pin falls. That makes it a little easier. He has a check mark left, which he did hit in the last game. He's going at it again. It just takes 1. Rob looking for the 10 in the first frame, and he gets it. That would have gotten it, he says. Little full in the 2-pin, but they're still falling. Drops 6, so with some wood to help. He's got the 3-6 on the right and the 4-7 on the left. Probably want to sweep that wood in front of the 3-6. See if it goes. And he tries it. Oh, takes everything but the 4. Great bid. Rob for his 10 box, and he gets it. He's at 20 after 2. Up against Justin's 29. Rob on the head pin again. Lucky to take out that 10 again. We got 3 pins remaining. The 5-pin, the 4-pin, and the 7. Probably want to catch that wood in front of the 4 and have the ball take the 5. Tight squeeze. Just takes the 5. Rob looking for his third 10 in a row. He gets it. So he's sitting at 30 after 3. Rob probably looking for a couple marks before he sits down here. Just off the head pin to the left. Leaves the 4 horsemen right and the 8-pin with the 6-pin a little off center and a piece of wood in between. Looking to go in the 1-3 pocket here. Just hits the 3. Takes out a couple of pins. And Rob looking for a big out here. On the head pin. Just takes that 1. So it's an 8 box for Rob. Rob's still looking for his first mark of this game. Going up against a spare in the 5th for Justin. Off to the right, takes out 3. Rob really needs to get something going here. Gives this one a shot. Outside. Nope, just takes the 10.
Hi, Dan. How are you, buddy? Good.
See if Rob can have an out of this. Oh, just takes. Oh, they're still falling. Oh, that's an 8 box. After throwing it in the ocean, he still gets an 8. So Rob with 46 after 5. All right. Now Justin Waters up on lane 20, looking to fill his spare.
Yeah, true.
So after 5, Justin is at 58 in the ball right here against Rob's 46. So the match lead at the moment is 49 pins for Justin after 2.5 games. There's Justin's fill on the head pin. Takes out 7. So, good start to the second half here. Justin looking for another spare, just off to the right. Just missed that 3 pin. Now Justin looking for the 10. And misses that right for a 9. So Justin sitting at 84 after 7. Oh, sorry, 74 after 7. Not 74 after 6, I apologize. On the head pin. Drops 9. See if this wood comes back. Nope, the wood will stay out of the way. Justin looking for another spare, and he gets it. Great shot by Justin. See if Justin can fill up this spare like he did it last game. He's on the, nope, just off the head pin to the left, fills it with 2. Half Worcester left. So Justin now at 86 after 7. Looking to work this one out here, gives it a bid. Almost hits the half Worcester. Now looking for the 10.
No, he's bowling.
And there's a 10 for Justin. So 96 after 8 for Justin Waters.
I'm watching.
Justin in the 9th frame.
Oh, there you go.
So 96 after 8. Still has room for a couple. Good mixing ball. Off to the right, but still takes 7. That 1-2 pocket, it goes. Right on the 1 pin. This takes it. A little full, but it still goes. Great spare. So Justin now at 106 plus a ball in the 9th. Spare fill on the pocket, drops 8. So 1:14 after 9 for Justin. Another spare opportunity in front of him. 3-5 with a piece of wood on the right. Splits them perfectly. Another spare in the 10th. Justin just extending his match lead at this point. The spare fill, and he takes them all. What a finish by Justin Waters. 134, third game.
That should have given me
So Rob with a lot of work to do. He's got 46 after 5, chasing Justin's 134 game. On the head pin. Can they all go? The 10 pin's wiggling, but it's not going to fall. Great ball by Rob. Piece of wood coming back. Could be a little guide dog, or it could hurt him. Goes right at it. Oh, the wood's a helper. Great spare. Rob looking to fill that spare. On the head pin. Great ball, takes 9. So Rob at 65 after 6. Let's see if he can hit 2 in a row. Going after the 7 pin, but no, goes in the gutter. For a 10 here for Rob. There it is. $10. I'm sure he would have loved to have that spare. So Rob sitting at 75 after 7. There's 3 chances to mark here. You have to cash in on every chance he has here. Drops 8 after the first ball. Good opportunity. 3-10. He hits, oh, he misses the 3 to the left. He's not happy with himself. Takes the 3 out there, leaving the 10 for a $9. So Rob now at 84 after 8. 2 frames to go, going up against Justin's spare and strike. Nice head pin hit, but takes 5. So diamond right plus the 10 pin. Hits the diamond. Oh, just leaves the 10. Good bid by Rob, looking for a 10 here. And he gets it. So it's 94 after 9. Rob on the head pin again, leaves the check mark left again. This might be the 3rd time he's had this leave today. So Justin Waters will take this game. Misses that left. Looking for a 10 to close this out. That's a 7 to finish. So Justin Waters takes the 3rd game, 134 to 101. So the match lead, let's see here.
It's funny you say coming down. Yeah. No, she's in the head.
Let's see. Justin with a 134. Rob with a 101. So we have a match lead now of 70 pins by Justin. So total we have right now 406 for Justin after 3. Rob with a 336. Now, start of the 4th game. Justin all over the head pin, drops 7. So Justin Waters with a 406 first 3 games. Bowling excellent. Oh, Justin gave it a bid, but leaves the 4 pin. It's a 10 box to start for Justin. Justin, on the second box on the 4th game, on the head pin, a little full. 3 on the left, 2 on the right. It's the 247 and 610. Likely we'll want to split the 2-4. Try to send that 2 pin over. A little full on the 2 pin, but takes 3. Takes 4.
Yep.
Leaves everything but the 4 pin.
Hey, you want to grab that ball in the deck?
The ball's still on the deck. You're not even going to come close to it. Don't worry about it.
I would. I'd play the wood.
Oh, Justin was weary of hitting his own ball and misses left. So Justin with 19 after 2. Just off the head pin to the right, 4 horsemen left. Justin's ball. He throws it strong, he throws it active, he throws it precisely. If he hits that 1-2 pocket, it goes. And there it is. Oh, just missed to the left. Thought that was going to be in the 1-2 pocket. Just moved a little bit at the end. And takes out the head pin, leaving just the 7 for a 9 box. It's 28 after 3 for Justin. So far today, he's been getting hot before the seat. So let's see if he can get a mark or 2 in the 4th and 5th. On the head pin. Pins are still flying. Drop 7. Yeah, looked like a great ball. Tough leave of 4, 5, and 7 with wooden front. Plays the wood, comes back. Oh, can't take the 4. Justin looking for a 10 box here. And he gets it. So that's 38 after 4 for Justin Waters. All right, so Justin looking for his first mark in the 5th frame here. On the pocket. Still flying. Takes everything but the 10 pin. Justin looking for his first mark of this game. At the 10 pin, but misses it left. So Justin will go markless for this first half of the fourth game. That's a 10 box for Justin. So even though no marks, good pinning, 48 after 5. Rob could cut into this lead a little bit with a few marks here. So, after 3 full games, Justin had a 70 pin lead over Rob. Leaves the door open slightly. Rob on the head pin, but leaves a split. 3 in the left, 2 in the right.
Split, baby.
Rob giving it a shot. Takes the 3 on the left. Rob looking for the 10, and he gets it. So both ballers start the fourth game with a 10 box. Still looking for the first mark of this game. Rob on the head pin. Still flying. Drops 8. At the 2-5 with some wood in the front and back. Rob's going right at it. Just takes out the 5. And he takes out the 2. So a good 10 box there. There's always some mental gymnastics when there's wood in front like that.
100%.
Rob with a great first ball. Drops 7. Left with the 6, 7, and 10. Some wood to help. If you can hit that 6 pin and take the wood, that could fly over and take out the 7. That's what he's trying. Oh, wow. Just takes out the 6. That's right where he wanted it. Rob looking for a 9 box, but hits the wood in the gutter for an 8 box.
No, at least you took out 2.
So Rob's sitting at 28 after 3. Both bowlers at 28 after 3. First ball of the fourth frame. Off to the left, but drops 7. You got the 1, 3, and 9. Oh, Rob yanks it right just a little bit. Looking for a 10 box here. And misses left for an 8. So Rob's now at 36 after 4. One mark here would go a long way in this game. Solid 2-pin hit, left with the 4 horsemen right and the 7 and 8. Oh, hits the 3-pin, takes everything but the head pin. An active ball. And just misses the head pin. So that's a 9 box for Rob. So after 5 frames in the fourth game, we have Justin Waters at 48, Rob Linehan at 45. Still anybody's game. Still looking for our first mark of this game.
Set.
So Justin with a 3-pin lead at this game. 73-pin lead for the match. Justin on the head pin, on the pocket. 5th pin, 5 pins wiggling, and it falls, but it doesn't take out the 2. Nice 9 drop there, 1 to hit. And Justin's all over it for our first spare of this game. Getting the sense that Justin likes lane 20 a little bit better.
100%.
Justin spare fill. Oh, and it's a hammer. Pins didn't have a chance.
Who's hurt down there?
Justin looking to fill his strike in the 7th. Can he double it up? Gives it a bid. Takes down 8. Another spare opportunity. Justin looking for 3 marks in a row, and he gets it. Didn't sound like he liked it coming out of his hand, but it goes. That's spare strike spare for Justin to start the second half of the 4th game here. Sitting at 98 in a ball after 8. And the spare fill, little full, drops 7. Another good fill, but you're left with a split. See if he can send that 3-pin over. He splits the 2. Can't take the 3-pin and carry it over to the 4. So Justin looking for a 10 here. And that's a nice 10 box by Justin. So he's at 115 after 9. So after having no marks in the first half, Justin hit 3 in a row here and is now at 115 after 9. Justin on the head pin again. They're still falling. Drops 9, leaving only the, what's that, the 6-pin. Is that the 3? That's a 3. Justin right at it, another spare, 4 out of 5 this second half. So Justin had 125 plus a ball. And the spare fill, right in the pocket again, drops 7. A 132 game after having no marks in the first half. Great game by Justin Waters. It's now Rob Linehan finding himself in a tough spot again. Great pocket hit, drops 9, leaving only the 5-pin. Nothing in his way. And Rob starts the 6th frame with a spare of his own. If Rob can mark 4 out of 5 boxes, he's got a shot. Here's the spare fill, right in the pocket, drops 8. It's a good start. Shooting at the 2 and 7. Wood on the right, but I don't think it'll come into play. I'm trying to play the inside of the 2 pin, just misses right. For a couple pins here, splits them, there's the 10. Rob says, wish I did that last ball. So Rob's sitting at 73 after 7. Misses that left, drops 3. They are all together.
Sadly.
Throw that hammer ball. Misses the head pin to the right, clucks the half whisker right. So we still have 5 up.
Might be up for one of these. You know, Carrie wants to might be up for one of these.
And Rob, hey, he takes the 10. Great out. So Rob's sitting at 83 after 8. Needs a couple marks on the end here. There's the pocket, and he takes them all. Great strike. You do that 3 more times?
Only if I was facing Jeremy.
Strikes and anybody else in the house.
Only when Jeremy's next to me, though.
Call him up real quick.
Oh, left real quick?
Please don't.
Rob looking to fill his strike. In the pocket again. Drops 7 on the first ball. He's got the triangle right with some wood in the middle there. Just plucks the 10. So it's an 8 fill on the strike. So Rob's at 101 after 9. Looking for a 10 box here. And it's a 9. So it's 110.
I don't remember what our last match was.
Completely blew me out of the water. I only went
All
like
right, so
520 and you were like 6 something.
4th game, Justin Waters wins that one 132 to 110. So Justin's totals at 538 after 4 games. Rob at 446. That's a 92 pin difference. So now we're looking to start the 5th game. Justin Waters on lane 19. In the pocket. Starts with a great 9 drop. Just the 7 pin stands with a piece of wood in front. Justin right at it, starts with a spare.
That's why I'm the road runner.
So Justin looking to fill his spare in the second. Sorry, spare in the first. Off to the left a little bit. Drops 6, so he's 16 after 1.
We're on the road runner.
The 1, 3, 7, and 9. Looking to hit that 1, 3 pocket. He does. Takes everything but the 7. Only 92. And Justin misses the 7 pin for a 9 box. So Justin now sitting at 25 after 2.
135.
That's a great ball in the pocket. Not a great leave, unfortunately. We got the 7, 8, and 10. Piece of wood in between the 7 and 8. Maybe he slides that over. takes out the 7 and 8. The ball couldn't take out the 10.
We're losing viewers. We're gonna do something drastic.
And Justin with a 10 box in the third frame. Now at 35 after 3. So Justin with a commanding lead of this match at the moment. I'm sure he wants to pour it on a little bit more. It's a good ball. Drops 7, but leaves a split. Maybe that wood hangs around on the deck. Nope, it's going in the gutter. So he's going to want to split that 6-10. Try to send it over to the 7. 7 does have wood in front. That could help. And that's just what Justin does, but the 6 a little full, leaving just the 7. And that's going to be a 10 box for Justin. It's 45 after 4. Looking for a mark for the seat. Justin on the head pin again. Crosses over, takes everything but the 10 pin. Justin looking for a spare in the 5th here. Piece of wood in front of the 10th. Goes right at it. Oh, the wood did not help. That was going right at the pin, too. And it's a 9 box for Justin. So Justin will have a seat after the first half with a 54.
Oh, I thought I would have had that.
Rob's only hope at this point is to take 2 points with this last game. The match is seemingly out of reach. There's a 92 pin difference going into the last game. Rob looking for a good start here, but just off the head pin to the left. Leaves the 4 horsemen right and the triangle back left. All you can do is hit that 1-3 pocket, see what happens. Hits the 3 firm, takes out 3. See if Rob can at least get 3 out of this. He's going for the triangle, takes 2. Starts with an 8 box. Second frame on the head pin, breaks up the split. They're still falling. Just leaves the 7 on the deck with a bunch of wood as a guide dog. Rob goes right at it. No, it goes in the gutter. That's all he had to do. Should have played the wood, he says. It's a 10 box for Rob. So he's at 18 after 2 up against Justin's 25. Rob on the pocket. Oh, left with a split again. 5, 6, 10. See how he shoots this one. Going for the 5, tries to cut it over. Why not, he says. Rob looking for a 10, and he gets it. So Rob at 28 after 3, up against Justin's 35. looking for a couple marks before he sits. Off to the right. Still falling. Could take the head pin. He wants it to stay up, and it does. So we have the 1, 8, 9, 10 with some wooden back. Could help. If he hits that head pin, we'll see what happens. It's right at it, and it goes. What a shot by Rob. Great spare.
That's why I use the head pin.
Yep, that's why he wanted that head pin to stay up. That wood was angled nicely behind it, too. Here's the fill ball on the head pin. Still going. Looks like it's going to drop 7. It's got the triangle right with a piece of wood in front. That should help. And he takes it. That's 2 spares in a row.
Good half run.
Thank God for the cat.
Good half by Rob Linehan. So Rob is now sitting at 55 plus a ball versus Justin's 54. Now Justin will start us off in the 6th frame.
I thought that camera's got screwed in. I thought I was just going to leave the ball.
Justin has been super hot on lane 20. Let's see if that keeps up. Drops 9 on the first ball. Leaves a 7 pin with some wood in front. It's double wood, so you don't know what's going to happen here. He hits the wood and it goes. Nice spare by Justin. You get a sense that Justin felt like Rob really wanted to take these 2 points. Now Justin's going to do what he can about that. Here's the spare ball. Oh, almost takes them all. Drops everything but the 10 pin. It's a great 9 fill. Justin looking for 2 spares in a row. Right at the 10 pin, and he hits it. Seems to be the way things go today. Once Justin hits lane 20, almost all marks. Looking for another big fill here in the 7th. On the head pin, drops 8. So Justin now at 91 after 7. A couple marks changed everything. Looking for 3 in a row when he gets it. 3 spares in a row for Justin Waters. Justin's now at 101 plus a ball. On the head pin again. Great ball, takes down 9. Justin at 110 after 8. Looking for 4 in a row. All over it. That's 4 spares in a row. 120 plus a ball. Here's a spare fill on the pocket again, drops 7. That wood is going to be a helper. 1 to hit. Let's hit that 3 pin, it'll go. Looking for 5 in a row. Surprised. Just leaves the 5 pin. Justin looking to finish it off with a 10 box. Gets it. So another big game from Justin Waters, 137. Great half. Justin Waters went 121, 151, 134, 132, 137. Lowest game all day was a 121. What a day. Total 675. Now Rob Linehan, he had his spare fill in the 5th with 3 box. And he finishes the 6th with a 9. So Rob's at 67 after 6. Rob on the head pin, drops 7, leaving the 2, 4, and 7. And he gets a spare. Nice mark by Rob Linehan. Here's a spare fill by Rob. Needs a big one here. All right on the head pin, but only takes 7 and left with a split. See how Rob wants to play this here. He needs another mark or 2. Or 3. Oh, tried to cut the 4 pin over, but just missed left. Oh, that takes it for the 10. Rob says, I didn't think that was going to work. So Rob's sitting at 94 after 8. Up against Justin's 110. On the pocket here, drops 7. Like, split again. He's going to want to send that 5 pin over to the 7. Gives it a shot. 7 pin still stands for a 10 here. And it's a 9 box for Rob. So Rob's at 103 after 9. So we had some good bowling today by Justin Waters. Rob Linehan is just not going to catch him. Justin will take every game and total. That'll be 14 points for Justin Waters for week 1. Rob's going to try to finish this out here. Try to grab a couple more pins. And that's going to be a 7 to finish. So that's a 110 for Rob. So our final standings here. So for the 5th game, Justin Waters with a 137, Rob Linehan with a 110. So Justin will take all 5 games and total. Total came down to Justin 675, Rob Linehan 556. So that's a 14 point for Justin Waters to start the ACST Group A Week 1 matchup. So thanks for joining, everybody. Appreciate it. This is Matt Rich commentating from Ryan's Family Amusement in Millis, Massachusetts. Thanks again for joining, and appreciate everybody. We'll talk to you again next time.